Hey there, Heather Boyd Wire here. Today I'm going to show you a really special project. I'm part of a book club and we decided to make some friendship bracelets for our book club, and I thought of an idea to do a kind of infinity symbol, and I ended up making some bracelets that look like they have sort of a little knot on them. And so I have two designs. This one's very simple to do with the invisible cord. And then the other one, which is a little more complicated, but it's the one that everybody chose to do, is with some cord. It could be leather or cotton cord and some semi-precious beads. So what you're going to need for this project is some tiger tail, and I cut two pieces that are 7 inches long. You need your cutters, your flat pliers. I have seed beads, 8mm beads, crimps, 2mm crimps, hook, and a loop. So to make the little knot at the beginning, you just take your tiger tail and you fold each one in half, and then you're going to place one over the other, so this loop goes through that loop, and then these ends you want to push up through this one like this. So you go like that, and then you just kind of pull it, and then at that point you want to hold the two ends together and get one of your little crimps and just put it on. You want both wires through the crimp like that, and then push it up to about where you want to start your beads like that, and then take your flat pliers and just give it a little pinch, and then the same on the other end. You just see where you want your knot to be, and if these ends aren't even, pull them a little bit so that the ends will be in the around the same position. If you cut your wires a little bit longer, you won't have to worry about them being perfect. And then you want to take this crimp and put it on that end there. Okay, like that, and then position it so it's sort of even with the other one. A little tricky to hold it with the two hands, and then just give it a pinch. And then once you have your infinity kind of sign there, or your knot, then you're just going to string as many beads as you want, but put the beads over both wires together. So once you have all your beads on there, you're just going to put a little crimp on both wires and just give that a little pinch so the beads are in place with the crimp, and then just trim one of the wires off like that, and then put your other crimp on there. These crimps are about 2mm, so put your other crimp on there, and then take your hook or your loop, whichever one you want to put on first, and string the wire through the hook, and then just back into the crimp because you want it to be able to catch in there. So I had cut my wires about 8 or 7 inches long. You're probably better to cut them between 8 and 10 inches so you have a little bit more give with this, because you can always trim the edge of the tiger tail off after. So we put this back through the crimp, and then we just give it a little pinch, and whatever extra is there you could just clip off, and then you do the same with the others. So for this side I put a little split ring, and there you have your little bracelet with your knot in the middle. So for the bracelet with the black cord, you're going to need a 1.5mm either a cotton or a leather cord, 24 gauge wire, a bunch of semi-precious stones, the end springs, and a hook, and a little ring. So to make the one with the black leather cord, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to fold your pieces of cord in half, and then you want to put one loop through the other like that, and then stick the ends through there, and then you have your knot. And to prepare it for the beads, you take your wire, it can't be too thick, about 24 gauge max, and just overlap it about 1 inch or 2 here, and hold it just about 1/4 inch from the knot with your thumb. Hold it in place and do one complete round to hold the 2 cords together, and then you're going to go back over the wire. You're kind of backtracking here because you want to go over 2, 3, 4 times to hold it in place, and then just trim it. Trim the little end and pinch it in a little bit so it's not sharp, and then spread these, and you're going to bead for about 2.5 to 2.25 inches. You're going to put your stones on here. They're usually pretty delicate. They have little tiny holes, but they should fit fine on the 24 gauge wire, and you're just going to string this with your stones. So once you have your stones, you're just going to pull the black cords so they're about even. You're going to hold the stone, bend this a bit on a right angle, and you just want to wind it around maybe one to 2 full turns to hold. It's really just to hold the black cords together, and then at that point you can adjust it so the cords have as much give as you want. And from here you're just going to clip these so they'll fit inside the spring. So clip them to about 1/4 inch, and then you can wet the ends if you need to a little bit to hold them in place, and then stick both of these black cords into your spring. You can wiggle it in a little bit, and then after that you actually want to stick this wire up through the cords like that, and holding the spring in place, just hold it and it's going to pop right in there, which is perfect. And then adjust the spring if you need to, and then take this end and wind it around the spring a couple of times. Give it a little clip, and then it's nice and secure. It's holding the wire and the cord in place, and after that you can put your hook on there. This is just like a little hook, simple hook that slips on there, and then you can do your other side. Get one of these split rings and just open it up with your fingernail. It's like a teeny little mini key ring. You just stick it on there, and then adjust these cords if you need so it sits nicely, and there you have your beautiful bracelet. So thanks so much for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more DIY wire art and jewelry videos. Push the little notification button to be notified when my video comes up. Sometimes I do live videos, and if you have suggestions for videos, just leave them in the comments below, because I always like to try out some new designs and new projects.